All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome into today's edition of In the Game. I am your host, Hustle, and as always, we will be diving into the crypto gaming markets today as we're seeing a little bit of a surge across the markets. We saw Bitcoin go from low 23s up to almost 24,000 at this moment. We're at 23,932 at the moment on Bitcoin. Ethereum's over 1,800. I'm going to go over in this video, if we were to have a little bit of a continuation of a bullish pattern based off of a couple of catalysts, including today's announcement where inflation, obviously we are still printing lots of money and inflation is still rampant. And I think we all understand it's more than what we are being told it is. But at the same time, it has leveled off, at least as far as the announced amounts. We'll talk about that as well as a couple other catalysts that could lead to a continuation of upward momentum into this market, at least for the next 30 to 45 days, and how you can capitalize on that momentum. So without further ado, let's get in the game.
T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
If you ain't here to hustle, why is you here? But if you here to hustle, the moon is near. It's crypto Banter, not financial advice. If you don't listen, what's the cost, what's the price? This ain't a game, put you on game. I know we gon' play, but ain't a percent. If you ain't here to hustle, why is you here? But if you here to hustle, the moon is near. It's crypto Banter, not financial advice. If you don't listen, what's the cost, what's the price? This ain't a game, put you on game. I know we gon' play, but ain't here to play. If you get lost, show you the way.
All right, and let's dive right into it. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to the channel for new videos here all about cryptocurrency fundamentals, crypto gaming, DeFi, charting, all that you need right here on Crypto Banter, as well as like the video if you enjoy the video. And, shout out to GALA once again for sponsoring this video. Let's take a look at another exclusive clip leading up to their GALA Film Node launch, which does go live today. Let's take a look. All right, awesome to see them in the gaming space, film space, music space. The music nodes went live yesterday, so or the day before, so I went ahead and got my music node running, got my first decibel under my belt, which is the earnings mechanism under the GALA node ecosystem. So really looking forward to see how the GALA film ecosystem blossoms from here. Let's talk about the market a little bit. Obviously, we're seeing inflation rates, at least publicly as mentioned, they're at least flatlining, and especially if we saw them pump the brakes and the rates go down a little bit, that would definitely be bullish for the market. But at the same time, I do think that just the leveling off of inflation rates in general will help the market in the short term. But I think the real catalyst that this will all lead up to, and the inflation will definitely help in regards to where money could be flowing within the economy, as well as just comfort zones as far as people's sentiment in the market. But I think that when you look at the big catalyst, I think it is next month's Ethereum merge. I think that all eyes are on that mid-September date. With about 30 to 45 days to go before the merger, there could be a lot of opportunity if at least the rates stabilize, as well as we see, a lot of momentum leading up to Ethereum's merger, the testnet succeed, as well as seeing no more mainnet delays. We've seen Ethereum merger delayed countless times. So I think if we see the Ethereum merger actually play out in the month of September, we could potentially have 30 to 40 days of upward momentum here, regardless of the ulterior climate and the exterior climate, which I do overall think is going to be hard for crypto to just buck the trend against consistently. But once again, We'll see what traditional markets do as far as the S&P, the NASDAQ, etc. We'll kind of see where those markets go, and we'll see where crypto goes as well. If the inflation at least flatlines and the Ethereum merger, we could have a lot of momentum leading up to those events. And one thing that you want to be sure of is that if there is going to be a continuation past 25 up to potentially 28, or Ethereum surges through 2000, is on his way up still, you want to be able to at least have your eyes on those tokens that you want to take advantage on this time period swing. It might be a big buy the rumors, sell the news event with the Ethereum merger. Who really knows how it's going to play out? But I think in the short term, that is the catalyst in the market that everyone is waiting on. So you want to have your watch list together. And as we're seeing here, some big benefactors and people who benefited in big projects that I really am a fan of, that benefited from today's surge in the market. Vulcan Forged, obviously one of the top tier gaming studios in Web3. Altura, smart NFT integration, under a $20 million market cap. So definitely one that if we still saw some momentum, even with a 15% surge today, you could see a lot of potential growth out of a token in that market cap range. But still, in this climate, without a confirmation of where we're going from here, very tough to delve into small caps. So always tread lightly. Always, once again, I preach this a lot, but have your sights on the larger caps, low risk, middle caps, mid risk, low cap, high risk. Always have your buckets correctly and your watch list correctly assigned. And I want to go over to some today that are having some pretty big catalysts as well in the same time period leading up to the Ethereum merger. We're seeing Ultra, which all-time highs up here around $2.40. Ultra hovering around $100 million market cap and 36 cents on the price point. We see the unique marketplace public release, which is Ultra's NFT marketplace, will launch on August 29th. So that will be before the Ethereum merger, first and foremost. But secondly, we talk about Ultra all the time here as potentially the Steam of crypto gaming, with 50 plus game publishers coming to their platform. We have we look at different platforms, and GALA's like the Activision of Web3 gaming. Ultra's like the Steam of Web3 gaming. And then we have projects like Vulcan Forge and projects like Immutable X, and different ones that we will get into are in this video, actually. And we'll talk about those protocols, but always know the backbone and the infrastructure that it provides to the ecosystem and what the utility of the protocol is. I love to bank on quality projects that are bringing on tons of games, incubating tons of projects with different marketplaces, etc. And Ultra definitely fits that bill with the amount of game publishers and games they're bringing on. It's going to be really awesome to hop in the unique marketplace, the NFT marketplace, on August 29th. A lot of people have been waiting on this to officially go live, and it's kind of one of those first landmark events. It's kind of one of those first landmark events for Ultra, and obviously everyone's waiting on Ultra Games public launch. But as we'll see here, you'll have variants, redeem codes, tokenization, unique product page, unique avatars, and secondhand uniques in fiat. So that's part of the roadmap here post-launch for the unique marketplace. And the quality of games as well that we're seeing come to Ultra are definitely not lackluster. We're seeing Alarium here, a free-to-play team-based first-person shooter with play-and-earn mechanics, fast-paced combat experience with an extensive creator toolbox. Their light paper just went live, and you can take a look at everything from story, species, characters, rewards, skins, clans, tournaments, etc. So really advise looking into all the details on Alarium as well. This is one of many quality games that are going to be on Ultra. And then also, this is not even Ultra's exclusive first-person shooters. So there is a lot to come on the side of Ultra. And another one to keep your eyes on, especially if we see a little surge today, but some of these tokens that launched in a very unfair climate for the project's sake, right? Immutable launched right before the top of the market. So we see it top out right about Thanksgiving time, when the market was about as bullish and overly euphoric as the crypto market's ever been, that we've ever seen it. And, now it's been a victim of a bad climate. in a time period in the first 12 months where it doesn't really have too much seed investor unlocks. So I think that there's a lot of opportunity with everything that Immutable is doing. We see that their GameStop wallet has been fully integrated with Immutable X Layer 2, natively supported. Obviously, the games coming to the platform are top tier. Illuvium, they're already functioning. Gods Unchained, Guild of Guardians, Planet Quest. You have Ember Sword. There's so many top tier games and brands coming to Immutable X, as well as the very next project that I wanted to talk about, and another game that I'm very bullish on as well in the Immutable ecosystem, WAGMI Games. And there's a couple other, smaller independent games, not like the Illuviums, not like the Guild of Guardians and Ember Swords, the really top tier heavy hitters. There are a lot of independent style games, mobile games, etc., that are building on IMX. So I'm really bullish about the flexibility of their ecosystem, really, and the future of Immutable X. And if they keep onboarding and coming out with the consistent, more games will be launching on their platform, I think the future for IMX looks very, very bright. And then another one that I think short-term could have a few catalysts as well, but long-term, I would once again bank on with confidence, and that's Superfarm. Obviously, Superfarm, and I was actually on a Twitter Spaces last week with Elio, and he kind of mentioned the initial NFT farming idea, as he quoted, just didn't really work out how they planned it. But Superfarm is still massively working on projects like Imposter. They're working on the NFT marketplace. So, Superfarm is doubling down in the other areas. And Elio openly admits himself where the NFT farming wasn't quite the vision that he had envisioned it. But, they are still incubating a lot of quality things under the Superfarm umbrella, including Imposters Genesis, closed beta, and Imposters in general, the social deduction Among Us style game from Elio Trades. And as we see here, you go down, this will start on Friday at 6 p.m. EST, 3 p.m. PST on August 12th. These are the system requirements to be able to play the Imposters beta. You also need to hold an Imposters Genesis alien. But before it's added onto the Epic Game Store, which obviously is a massive win. Once again, the game incubated by Superfarm, Imposters, will be on the Epic Game Store. So that is a massive catalyst in the future. They have their own Superfarm Imposters game launcher. So this will be incubated through Superfarm. It's going to be really fun to hop in. And as they call it, figure out who's sus, who's the backstabber, who is the imposter in these lobbies. They will be running community matches for 3 hours on Friday. I will be hopping in, and I'll definitely relay exactly how that feels and how the game initially plays. And with the community aspect, social deduction, actually having fun with your friends. I remember playing Among Us during certain time periods in the last couple of years that it was very fun when we were all locked inside of our homes. So I think that Imposters here has a lot of potential to capture that same kind of wave in a social deduction fashion in Web3. And then lastly, Mobland. Mobland's been pretty quiet over the last month or two, but they are building towards their upcoming NFT 3.0 digital weed farm launch, GameFi 2.0, which is going to be a very cross-chain interactive experience. As you see here, their land, you're going to be able to build digital weed farms on, very GTA style, right? You're building businesses on your turf, and your turf is, your territory. This is your land plot. So a lot of things coming up for Mobland here. And as we see here, introducing NFT 3.0, primary attributes, rarity, level, and type. 5 rarities of commodity producing farms, play to operate, lend, attack, and defend, and 10 levels of upgradability. And let's watch this little tiny short clip here that kind of shows how the businesses would pop up on like a map overview, right? This would be probably how your business would look if you were overviewing the general map of Mobland. This would be your turf where you have built your digital farms. So a lot coming in a lot of the different games that I've always been very, very bullish on every single thing that I've talked about in this video. And a lot of these projects were subject to launching in the wrong market. As we see Mobland launching here in January, and they've seen nothing but negative sentiment, a lot due to the fact that the market has done, the same exact thing over the same course. Same with Immutable X, and same with a lot of quality projects. But I think overall, leading up to the big catalyst, the Ethereum merger, there could be a good 30 to 45 day runway here where we could see a little bit of bullish momentum in the market. Always tread cautiously and, stick to the charts, have targets. If we burst through 25 here, pretty soon, I think that it's pretty safe to say that we're going to be headed upwards up towards that Ethereum merger. And you want to be able to have those quality projects in your sights to be able to get in if you believe that sentiment to be true. Obviously, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, but I love to disclose exactly my mindset in these markets whenever I do see something unfolding. And I think that those few catalysts right now could lead us to a decent month here in crypto and over the next 30 to 45 days. But I don't know how long that can escape the overall climate of inflation and everything going on inside of the economy. So let me know your thoughts down below. Where the market's heading from here. What is your confirmation point that you would believe that we are in a bullish pattern, or are we headed back down? Let me know down below. I'll answer comments down below for a couple hours after the show. So be sure to leave your comment down below. Like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more videos here every single day on Crypto Banter. I'll be back tomorrow with another show. As always, play well, my friends.